morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Markets are real choppy this morning. Beans down about a penny in the May at 15.17. Oil is gaining on meal. May meal's at 4.73 with key support at 4.68. May corn is down a penny at 6.72. May Chicago wheat's down 3 cents at 7.77, while Kansas City is up 3 at 8.86. Minneapolis is up 5 at 9.22. Stock market looks like it's a little bit lower. Dollar's a little bit lower after making 6-week high yesterday. We also see crude kind of two-sided trade with a little bit higher. Gold and copper is higher while silver is a little bit lower. Yesterday's NOPA U.S. soybean crush information was a little bit negative to beans. The crush was lower than expected, but it offers some support to soybean oil because soybean oil stocks were lower than expected. We've got export sales today, and we'll see if corn sales are improving, if soybean sales are declining, and if wheat sales remain low and below the pace to meet the USDA's numbers. We also note weather-wise some rain in Cordoba overnight, some light showers is expected over the next few weeks, but overall the pattern is dry. Brazil rains continue in central Brazil, but their harvest continues, and the farmer is selling, and their soybean export prices are declining, and they continue to be a steep discount to U.S., especially China. We also note that China had sanctions on 2 U.S. defense companies because of sending military aid to Taiwan. U.S. and China relations continue to be uncertain. It is taught that in the Ukraine, almost all of the entire Russian army is now in Ukraine, and so we're going to see how much of this increase in tension and this new offensive affects Ukraine. There's also talk that the president of Russia may not extend the export corridor deal with Ukraine that expires March 19th unless sanctions are lifted against Russia. We also note that in the U.S., rains are confined to the south, southeast, and the eastern Midwest with snow in the Great Lakes. U.S. Southern Plains remains relatively dry with some light snow falling across the northern parts of the Southern Plains. We are watching next week when USDA has their Outlook conference and see what their quote-unquote unofficial 2023-24 U.S. S&Ds are, but it seems like when we look at May soybeans, the futures market, the chart suggests that this long-term uptrend since July of 22 may be coming into some strong resistance. 3 times we've tested the 1243 area, and now we're back at the 20-day moving average, which some people think could be a top in the soybean futures. As I mentioned earlier, you've got the May meal sitting at key support at the 468 area, and we'll be watching corn, May corn, again, testing some of the moving averages around 670.